Well, what's up, Wayfinders, and welcome to Disneyland. We are back for the first time in almost 10 years, and I can't wait. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So just as a reference, here's where we were yesterday, and here's where we're going today. Literally so crazy how close these two parks are. All right, so we are off and running. We just got off of Space Mountain, which if you are a podcast listener, and maybe I've said on the vlogs before too, I do not enjoy the Disney World version of Space Mountain, but I love the Disneyland version of Space because it is a two-seater and it feels so much smoother, and honestly it feels a lot faster than the World version. I don't know why, but it just does. So that was a great way though to kick off the morning, and so now we're gonna go see what else we can get into here at Disneyland. All right, so we just got off of Pirates of the Caribbean, which of course is a classic attraction at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. But of course, Disneyland's version does differ a little bit from the version at World. It's a little bit longer of a ride, and you have the double dips. And so obviously this is a must do anytime you're at any Disney park. But the Disneyland version is really cool. And of course, it is actually the original. So really fun to get to do that. So now we are trudging along, and I'll check back in after we get done with what's next. All right, so we've been knocking out some attractions here. We went over and did Haunted Mansion, which again is another one that is not too much different from its Disneyland counterpart, although they did have a new Constance the Ghost that is in the attic as well. You know, there are certain portions of it that you are actually walking through that you normally ride through at Disney World, so that was pretty cool. And then we went on over and did Jungle Cruise as well, and again, not much different with this one, except there's really no indoor portions like there is over at World. So it has been a lot of fun so far. Then we went over and stopped and got a snack from Bengal Barbecue. Now this is a place that is pretty well known here at Disneyland and Adventureland, and so I got the beef skewer. Now they have two different beef skewers. Mine came with a sweet Zulu sauce on it, and it was very good. Honestly, if you're looking for just a quick little bite, Bengal Barbecue is a great option for you to stop by and try in Adventureland. So, but now we're going to keep moving along and seeing what else we can get into, and I'll check back in a little bit. All right, so we've continued to knock out just a lot of the smaller rides like Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, all of which are exclusive to Disneyland. Now, of course, none of these rides are spectacular or like the best of the best, but they are classic attractions here at Disneyland because a lot of them are original attractions or just these classic dark rides that Disney is known for. And so we've been having a lot of fun knocking those out. But now it's time for us to take a break, and we are going to be eating lunch today at Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, which is a fairly newer restaurant here at Disneyland. And so I'm excited to try out and let you guys know what I think. All right, y'all, so we are taking a quick pause from our Disneyland day. Hungry Bear Barbecue is actually really good. Great option if you're at Disneyland. I got the brisket sandwich today, really good for theme park barbecue. The brisket was not dry, it was not too fatty. It was just a really solid sandwich. Overall, the breading was good. The fries that came with it were fantastic. So definitely worth the try if you're at Disneyland. Now, I will say this, because it is a fairly newer restaurant, it is very popular, so you're definitely going to want to mobile order ahead of time and beat the line for that. But Hungry Bear Barbecue, very good. Now what we're doing is we are walking actually to the 3 major Disneyland resorts. So as I mentioned on yesterday's vlog, we have the Grand Californian, the Disneyland Hotel, and the Pixar Place Hotel here at Disneyland to go visit. Right now I am at Pixar Place. Some of the artwork behind me. We just walked through the lobby of the Grand Californian a little bit earlier, and then we're gonna head on over to the Disneyland Hotel and just check it out. Just fun to see the different hotels and all of their theming and just all the fun parts of them. So we're having fun with that right now, and we'll go back to Disneyland in just a minute once we're done visiting. But make sure to enjoy some of the clips of the Disneyland hotels in these next few shots, then I'll check back in a minute. All right, so we have been knocking out some more of our classic Disneyland dark rides, including 2 firsts for me. Alice in Wonderland, not the teacups, the actual dark ride Alice in Wonderland, as well as Snow White's Enchanted Wish, both of which are really cool to ride, and it was great to see them for the first time. And then went on over and knocked out Big Thunder Mountain. I love Disneyland's version of Big Thunder Mountain with all of the updates they have made to it. It's so smooth and fast, and a lot of those updates are actually coming to the Disney World version as well. But riding Thunder was also just good for the soul, because the last couple trips I've been on, Thunder has been closed because of refurbishments. So we're gonna go knock out our other Lightning Lane, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, and then we're going to Tiana's Palace for dinner. So it's going to be really fun. Stick around. All right, so we are here on Main Street right now, getting ready for the Paint the Night parade. Now, this is a parade that they actually ran before. Actually, when I was here the last time, almost 10 years ago, they were running this parade at night. And now it is back as a part of the 70th anniversary. And so we're going to check it out. Should be pretty much the same show, just now they have added in some like upgraded things for certain floats and things like that. So excited to see what all has changed, what all they've added, and can't wait to share what I think once it's over. All right, friends, so Paint the Night was incredible. Such an awesome parade. So glad they decided to bring that back for the 70th. It did come at the cost of losing the daytime parade, Magic Happens, which I have wanted to see in person for a long time. But Paint the Night is just such a great blend of just classic characters, Pixar characters. It just truly is the best. And so we had a blast sitting down and watching it. We got lucky, actually. We sat down on Main Street, and it started on Main Street this time instead of like back in Fantasyland, I think near Small World where it normally starts. So it was awesome. We watched the 1050 one. There's two times, 850 and 1050. And honestly, kind of like what we suggest during parties at Disney World, I would always suggest doing the later time if you possibly can, because it significantly dropped off crowd-wise, and we got a great viewing spot. So really, really great time there. But now I'm heading off because I have a lightning lane to use over at Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye, I think is what it's called here. And so we're going to take a crack at that, see what else we can do, and then we're going to get on out of here for tonight. All right, y'all, so we did Indiana Jones Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Fantastic ride, definitely a tier 1 attraction here at Disneyland, one that you need to do when you come here. Super glad I had a lightning lane for it. It saved a ton of time. But with that, we are going to wrap up this one today. Long day, but we got so much in today, and it was so much fun. We really did have a wonderful time here at the happiest place on earth, and the greatest part is we get to come back here in a couple hours and do it all over again. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day. And I'll see you again real soon.